Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming out again. We're going to see a little Gamestop here with just a few lines of code. First, we want to get out of the library. Remember, if you don't have these packages, how to download them. Tidyquant. So Tidyquant is definitely a cool package if you're used to doing things in finance like me. Tidyquant does rock. What we're going to do is try to get the GameStop. Oops, let me see. I forget. What is GameStop ticker? One of the things you have to know the ticker for this, and it is boom, GME. GME. All right. So GME is the thing. So all I'm going to do here, might as well just call it GameStop. I'm going to do a little graph of GameStop, since this is kind of controversial. Investors in Reddit and other areas actually beat out the hedge fund managers by bringing this up. You really see the supply and the demand, the herd mentality, everything to go with this, because GameStop, as we're going to see, really never went like beyond 30. It was usually 18, $8, etc. But anyways, we're going to do this easy with the Tidyquant, package. So you basically do add. That's getting the add, as you can see, add X, whatever X is, and then we're going to put in the get symbols. But that's the adjusted closing price after you pay off the dividends, etc. It's more accurate, I would make the argument, than the regular closing, which is if you want to do that, you could just see L. Same thing, then you see X, so you know it's something. That's the closing. I'm just going to do the adjusted because I think it's more reliable. But regardless, then you get the guess symbols, and that is right here. And watch out for the spelling because it's a capital S things. And what did I say? GME, I believe, is the ticker. GME, and I'm checking that because each stock will have a ticker. So that's your ticker, and then auto assign, as we know, has to be false, and the default is on this, which is kind of interesting, is just 2007. Don't ask me why, but that's all we really need to do to get this. So we basically get all this stuff currently, blah, blah, blah. Now let's see if it went through. Game, all you got to do is that. So it did. You see that it is something. So the other thing we're going to do is in the library, we're going to get Dygraphs. That's a cool package. It's Dygraphs. Sometimes I make a mistake and don't put the S. Cool package for time series. So then, now that we have Dygraphs, it's very easy. Very easy. This is much better than Stata, SPSS, etc. R Studio, and Python. These are the avant-garde. These are the more advanced programs, and just 2 lines of code with 2 packages. So we're just going to get that up. Dygraph, GameStop. And then what's interesting, and it should do it because of the Tidyquant, we're going to pipe in let's take a look here. I always mess that up. Ranger. So I had to make sure Ranger. Yep, selector. So watch this. Let's see what we can get. So here we have a very, what we call interactive graph. So I'm going to zoom it, but then I actually have to share the zoom, which I'm assuming is, that's the screen. Yep, here it is. So basically what we're getting here, which you should be able to see, is the Dygraph graph. It's an interactive time series. So you go back all the way, as I mentioned, the default is 2007. You can go back even farther and look at it. It's not that much. And you see right here in the upper right-hand corner that we see exactly what it is. So you look at, like, for example, January 11th, it's only $13. It goes up a little to 39. You're not going to get rich getting this stock, but it really shows how the individual stock people, individuals, can affect the market. And the hedge funds, because they're doing all these short sales, don't like that. And I can get into that another time, since this isn't a finance class, but it's very interesting. Look at where it is during the COVID, $5, $6. Wow, it went all the way up to $6. It's really nothing. But now look at the interactive graph. We'll bring it up over here. That's pretty amazing how people can exert such a price. What was the highest on January 27th? 2021, it hit $347. But then you notice it goes down to 193. But then they came back and brought it up with the demand of the stock for 325. But look at this. Then it goes down. And the last one we have is all the way back down to 53. So this is a pretty interesting graph with very few lines of code. And we just got game stop. You can do this with Fred. You can do this with, that is the Federal Reserve, get inflation rates, etc. Then later we can run regression analysis. We can stabilize it. I mean, there's a lot of things that we can do that I'm not going to get into here, but I just want to show this is a pretty astronomical demand out of nowhere that these Reddit followers did, which, I mean, I give them credit because, you're trying to beat these hedge funds and you can do it. And they did lose tons of money. You can do more research on that. But I think also the point here is how great R&R Studio is because of all these different packages. So you can basically get anything you want. But I don't like how it went all the way back down to 53. See, people should have sold it right there, 347. And they might have, now they're not going to test it, but you can do this with anything. This is an awesome interactive graph. Digraphs, one of my favorite graphs. I like ggplot as well, but less Plotly is good if you want interactive graphs. High Charter, although I think you don't have to pay, but it's for non-commercial use only. So here we go. I'm gonna go back to show you the our studio, how we did this. And look at that, very little, few sentences of graph. A lot of people, the reason I'm stressing this is a lot of people are scared of R. They'll continue to use SPSS data, but it's actually very user friendly now. A lot of people, like, economists, which say they're efficient, but they still use inefficient packages like Stata and SPSS. They continue to use these, but the goal here is to show, look at how easy this was, and this is just, and it's a pretty cool interactive graph, which allows you just to get stocks. And obviously, when you learn digraphs, you can start doing different colors and everything else. And then you can run regression on different stocks, consumer demand, inflation, unemployment, etc. It's very interesting, and then start graphing this. So that was very quick. And if you have any comments, leave them below. Yeah, remember, these are just two packages. Tidyquant, which is absolutely amazing. It has a lot of other packages within it. And then the digraphs. So take care, everyone, and stay safe. The COVID, although I just got my first vaccination today and I didn't die. So that's good. We'll see what happens with the second. Take care, everyone.